Hello, this is Sheshachalam from Astroguide Mysore, and today we will be discussing about a yoga, particularly to understand frequency of travel. Whether a person will be traveling just from home to office every day, or he'll be driving a long distance every day up and down, he'll be going long distance in public transport, or he will be roaming around cities, traveling in by air or other transport on a regular basis, all pertaining to professional, or it is also personal travels like going abroad for sightseeing or touring or etc., or even traveling abroad on businesses. So, such a big subject, but still, let us break it down and understand a yoga for travel. So here the most important points are that it should be of a chararashi. Chararashi, a movable sign. So which are the movable signs? As per the South Indian chart, this is Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Chararashi. Chara sthira dvisabhava, chara sthira dvisabhava, chara sthira dvisabhava, chara sthira dvisabhava. So what is a chara rashi? Chara rashi means movable sign, movable, fixed, dual. So the same thing, if I take this as 1, this is Aries, 2, 3. Then again we have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is Cancer, 1, 2, and 4. 5, 6, and 7. Once again you have Libra, 8, 9, and 10. You have Capricorn. So, the ascendant, there are several reasons, so I cannot fill it into the board. I will put some examples so that you will understand. So, the ascendant lord is to be in a movable sign, or the ascendant lord itself should be a fast moving planet. Or which are the fast moving planets? Moon, Mercury, Mars, Venus, and then comes Sun. So it should be a fast moving planet and is a Vargottama. What is a Vargottama? So let me cut there and come. Vargottama means that it should be Uttama. Uttama in a Varga. Varga means D charts, that is the divisional charts. So Uttama Varga. So what is that? So we have taken the D9 chart. When a planet is placed in the same sign in both the D1 chart and the D9 chart, it is known to be Vargottama, and it happens in certain cases like if a planet is sitting between 0 degrees and 3 degrees and 20 minutes in Aries, it will be placed in the same Navamsha. Like for example, if I have put Mars here at this particular placement, Mars within 0 degrees and 0 degree and 3 degrees 20 minutes, so Mars will be placed in the D9 chart. So now it's a Vargottama. And let's say this is the ascendant. So the ascendant lord is a fast moving planet. Ascendant itself is a chararashi, a movable sign, and ascendant lord is a Vargottama. So like this. So let me give another example. Moon between 0 degrees and 3 degrees and 20 minutes, within that span, would be in the same position in the D9 chart, which will again cause it to become a Vargottama. So what if this is the ascendant? So this particular criteria will get successfully met, and then the person, the native, will have a yoga for travel. So the ascendant lord itself, being a fast moving planet, is a Vargottama and is in a Chararashi, that is a movable sign. The third criteria is the ascendant lord owns a Chararashi and is placed in another Chararashi. So let's take Mars, exalt it here. So the ascendant lord is now placed in another Chararashi, that is Capricorn. And if it also becomes our Gautama, it repeats itself in the same Rashi, then it becomes a very strong criteria for travel. The ascendant lord is placed in the third house. Now I am taking the significations of the houses. So until now it was only Rashi Kundali. Now I am talking about the Bhava. So if the ascendant lord is placed in the third house and is placed in a Chara Rashi, that is in a movable sign, and is along with another fast moving planet. Now I have made PSE, position, aspect, conjunction. Aspect is not here in this, but I have taken position and conjunction. Position. So, first point, the ascendant lord is placed in the third house. So now here, if I take the North Indian chart, if I take Aries as the ascendant, so the ascendant lord placed in the third house. If the ascendant lord is placed in the third house and is in a Chararashi, it cannot be here in this case. But if I take the ascendant to be Taurus, if I take the ascendant to be Taurus, the lord of Taurus is Venus, a fast moving planet, no doubt. It will be over Cancer. The lord of the ascendant lord is placed in it's a fast moving planet itself. That I have not put, but still it adds to the criteria, and it is a movable sign and is associated with another fast moving planet. Let us say we'll put moon there. So which is the lord of the fourth house, or the fourth sign, which is the lord of the third house, 1, 2 and 3. If I see it here, it is like, if I take this as the ascendant, for this example, I have Venus sitting along with moon, conjunction. So it is position and conjunction. We will add on to this. The fifth criteria is, if the ascendant lord is placed in the houses of travel, houses of immigration, houses of shifting, houses of displacement, houses of touring, traveling, voyage, the third, the sixth, the ninth, the 12th house. If any of these houses are falling in movable signs, and if the ascendant lord is placed there and is aspected by the seventh lord, then for business, the ninth lord, then for voyages or tours or journeys, far travels. Then, if it is with the third lord, short journeys, sudden foreign travels, if it is the 12th lord and the third lord sitting together. So, short foreign journeys. So, these things can be seen in detail, whether it's going on land, on air, or it's going on water. All these things can be seen intricately. So, this is a yoga which has to be dealt with a lot of patience. You need to sit and understand the Rashikarakatva, that is the signification of the sign, the significations of the nakshatras in which the planets are posited, the significations of the planets itself, then the placement of the planets, the aspect of other planets over it, then seeing the degree of the planet, the strength of the planet in the D1 and the D9 chart, that is the Rashi Kundali and the Navamsha Kundali. With all this, you need to see whether it will be a fruitful travel or it is going to be a negative or an obligatory travel. You know, obligations and travel happen. Like suddenly you get a news from somewhere and you need to travel home. It's a sudden travel. So these things, if somebody is asking, sir, if I have to get my birth time rectified and I have these travel dates with me, can you do this? Yes, we can do to a certain extent. Not only the travel dates, we take up all other things and put it together and then do the correlation of that particular date with that particular transit and that particular dasha bhuktis to the fourth level. So there can be some correlation which will bring some accurate timing to the birth. But one of the criteria which is very important is sudden travel. Sudden travel is not the regular pattern what the person is going through. So if a person is in marketing and if he is continuously traveling, if he is giving me the dates for travel, it is there already in the chart from past 10 years. So that particular dasha or the planetary period is also most important to see whether a person who was sitting and working from past 10 years is suddenly now in a traveling job. So that shift into a major dasha, that's a different issue. If the dasha natha, that is the lord of the major period itself, is now posited in a chararashi, as a Vargottama, positively posited, and is a fast moving planet itself, then yes, there are many people who have gone through the dasha of Saturn, a very bland and a very hard and a tough dasha where they were placed in one place, but suddenly when they enter into the Mercury Mahadasha, lot of travel, lot of happening, they keep changing houses, they keep changing places, they change their bases, countries. So all this can be seen from the house of travel. So this is one of the criteria in which you can pinpoint an event, and then from there you can go ahead and understand why the travel is happening, purpose of travel. So I will do some videos on purpose of travel in detail with some example charts. That would be more easier. Thank you very much for today's class.